is it training or do you just gotta just know music, or is it a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both. When I want to learn something new, I take that sound and whatever song is hot in that sound, I'm going to reproduce that.
Okay.
Because if I reproduce it step by step, then I start to understand why they did this, why they did that, why they. You have to understand the why to know something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so as you go through, like when I started doing 80s hyperpop, like that's my new little favorite thing. No, a better example is drill, right?
Okay.
So when I started doing New York drill, right, and now I'm doing British drill. I love UK drill.
New York drill, like the Pop Smoke type of thing going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you start to replicate that stuff, you learn that drill has rules.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Drill is very regimented, right? The snare, if you're a double time, the snare goes on the 3, and then the next one goes on the 4. When the hi hat has to go.
Has to be that certain sequence.
And you can variate in that, but if it's not doing that basically, then it's not drill.
Then it's not. It's kind of like reggae.
Yes.
Kind of like reggae.
Kind
of like that. Yeah.
Kind of like reggae. It has rules.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I started dissecting drill, and I love drill. I love regimented things. I love because I'm a classically trained. I can read music. You got to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that more than I love improvisation, which is funny for a jazz musician, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Improvisation is like I feel like I'm on the spot. I tense up and I'm like,
I got
what am I gonna do? The first time I ever had to improvise was a school recital, and we're playing The Simpsons, and of course I have to play Lisa's part.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing on the paper.
Right, you just gotta go.
You just gotta go.
Right,
and it sucked. I practiced it for a month, like. It sucked the whole time until the night of.
You didn't have to do the walk that she had to do out the door, did you?
No. I had to do the walk out the door, but I did have to stand up.
Yeah,
I did have to stand up, and so I'm nervous as hell, but I nailed it. But I don't like that feeling, right? Where I gotta wing it. You know what I mean? I like to regiment it. So drill was very, very, very cool for me because it's like, oh, okay, but if I follow the rules,
yeah. I was gonna say it was law.
Yeah,
it was easy to just be like, okay, do this, do that, do that. These things sound like that. I nailed it. That's it.
Yeah,
but it's still got to be in that format, though.
Right.
I get what you're saying. It's always the formula.
And so then comes in the improvisation, right? Because now I'm going, okay, well, what's my top line? What's my melody? And I'm not a start with drums guy, right? So I'm crafting melody well before the drums ever hit my MPC, right? So I'm like, but I've done the bass line, the top line, the melody, the counter melody. Everything is laid out already before I ever put a drum on. I might do my hi-hats, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not really doing no hi-hats no more. Like my hi-hats is loops. I got about 90,000 hi-hat loops. Like I'm not. It's tedious. It gets on my nerves. I don't want to do it. Somebody else make these hi-hats for me.
Dude, you ain't wrong.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's that or note repeat. Like it's still letting the loop
I
in.
hate note repeat now. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like I like that. I love the new age hi-hats where they they go and there's so much movement and flow. Like so I'm not doing all that, but if you're gonna do it for me, I'm gonna just slide it in here, and here's my hi-hats, and then I'm ready to go, and then I could create the groove around it.
Dang, I never thought about that. Cause I use note repeat religiously, but you kind of put me on. I never thought about using that.
The one thing about it though, because look, and I feel that you don't rock with it like that.
Me too.
But if you can tweak that the right way, you can play with that, and still get that movement too, because you can automate. You know what I'm saying?
Man. And there's still other instruments.
Listen. Listen.
Velocity.
I'm NPC
Flange
Bible.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I know how to go in and move everything.
Right.
I move it, tune it, make it do all that stuff. It takes too much time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't have enough time for that. Like
the workflow.
I watch people. I watch people on FL Studio, and they drive me crazy. They drive me crazy.
Right, because you just see them just like, move this, do that.
They clicking, they clicking, they clicking.
Yep.
They press play, it gets halfway through, they stop, go back to the beginning. Just play it. Like, you know what I
mean? For real, though.
Like, I'm going crazy.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that, though.
Man, maybe it's because I'm getting older, you know what I'm saying, that it drives me crazy like that, but I just couldn't. I couldn't see myself doing that work for.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you mentioned using hi-hat loops, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you mentioned you're full standalone dude, no DAW type thing, and a lot of people use DAWs to get certain feelings or certain grooves or certain movement in certain parts of their beats, right? Whether it be Ableton Studio One, you on the grid, you off the grid, you flanging it, you moving it, LFO, whatever.
Yeah.
But to hear the fact that you're using hi-hat loops, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to hear producers give that little bit of inside information on how they process and they work.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
Shout out.
And that'll make the next young cat not feel bad.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
Absolutely.
Don't feel bad. All of these things are tools for us to use. Yes. Right? Shout out to Cymatics. It's a company in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I've actually done loops for them.
Oh,
that's
wow.
dope.
Right? So
Didn't know that. Wow.
yeah, I have everything from Cymatics. Everything.
The whole library.
I got the whole.
You
kit and
can't
caboodle.
tell a table of producers that without expecting to be harassed.
I mean, hey, come on. I do $100 downloads. You can come get it all. You can come get it all for $100.
That ain't bad though.
No.
Considering
It's not bad at
that
all.
library.
No, I
How
have
much gigabytes too?
I have filled up at least 6 MPCs where people have brought their MPCs to me, and I filled them up for $100. So. Yeah, I mean, y'all more than welcome to come.
It's not a bad deal, guys.
$100
holla.
$100
Not a bad deal.
Hack gluttony.
I get you together.
Get you right.
Yeah.